Hello guys, welcome to the next tutorial of Android app development program. In this program, we are going to learn about the control statements based on Android app development program. These control statements are some of them like we should develop this Android's control statements in Java language. So, coming to the control statements, there are some control statements like if else or else if statements or nested if else or switch statement. These are the types of the Android app development course here in Java. So, coming to the control statements, there are some control statements in Java. These control statements are used to develop the Java language. These control statements are used for execution of the program. So, while coming to the control statements which controls the program in a sequential manner and executes the program in a sequential manner. This is the use of the control statements. So these control statements are used like programming language. Coming to the next slide, programming language uses the control statements to cause the flow of execution. As I said before, the flow of execution should be sequential manner for these control statements. So we use the programming language control statements to execute the efficiency of flow of execution. So these are the branches based on the state of a program. It should be a condition based program, or an otherwise there will be an execution of program automatically through it will give automatic output. This will be based on the control statements only. So if there is a condition, then it will automatically execute a condition and gives the automatic output. Input should be given in the program itself, so it will execute the automatic output through the control statements. So this is the use of the control statements. Next, coming to the control statement types, these are the control statement types: if statement, nested if statement, if else if ladder, switch statement, and nested switch statement. These are the five types of the selected control statements here. These are the selection control statements in Java. So coming to the if statement. If statement, the syntax of the if statement is if condition, then the statements will be executed in the condition. Else statements, this is the just the syntax of the if statement. If there is a condition called as I equal to z, then the following statements here will be executed in the output of the program. Otherwise, if the condition is false there, if the condition given here is false here, then the else statements will be executed here. For example, I am taking a condition called as if I equal to z variable, then the following statements will be executed here. Let us consider a statement like I am a robot. This is a condition I am giving. If I equal to z, I am a robot. Next, this is a condition I am giving in the else part: I am not a robot. This is the condition I am giving in an else statement. So if the condition value given in the input, like if I equal to 5 and j is also equal to 5, then, or otherwise j, I will give a condition like this: j equal to j is given a condition like I plus 1 minus 1. This is a condition given in the z. So by these two conditions, the I value is equal to z. So in these conditions, I will give a value called as j value here. These two conditions are satisfied since I is 5 here and j is also here 5. So the I equal to j, if this condition is true here the condition I equal to j is true here, so the I am a robot, this statement will be executed in the output. Otherwise, if I is not equal to j, if I equal to I plus 1 I am giving here, then the condition I equal to j is false here, then it will execute the else statement here. Executed statement will be else statement here. If I is not equal to j, I am not a robot will be executed here. So this is the working principle of if statement. This is an example I have given here. This is an example for the if statement. This is a example for the if statement I am giving here, if control statement. So if we can give a conditions like another conditions also. This is a basic condition I have given here for the explanation purpose. So coming to the if else if, this is a nested, this is not a type of a nested, and it's a given condition here, if condition or else if condition or else if condition. Otherwise, if all the else if conditions or if condition is false here, then the else statement will be executed here. Else statement here, this is the else statement here. This will be executed if all the if conditions or else if conditions are false. Maybe here I will give a conditions like this. If I equal to j, then we will execute a statement called as I am a robot. Next, if the I value is less than j, I will execute a statement called as I am a animal. Sorry. If I is greater than j, I will execute a statement like I am not a robot. By the else part, I am giving it as I am a human. Now I am giving a inputs like here. I value and j value should be given a input here. I am giving a input for the I value and j value. I is equal to obj dot next integer variable I am giving as an input here, and j is equals to, coming to the j value, obj dot next double variable I am giving here as a j value. So coming to here, now this is the interesting part here. If the value of the I is equal to a integer variable and j value is a double variable, so if I value is equal to j, then it will execute a statement called as I am not a robot. If I value is not equal to an animal, if I value is less than the given value, it will execute a statement called as I am an animal. If I value is greater than or equal to the j value, it will execute a statement like this. Otherwise, it will execute a statement called as I am a human. If I value is equal to, is not equal to these three conditions, it will automatically execute the else part here. For example, I am giving it as an integer value of I equal to 5, and double value j equal to 4.2. These are the values I am giving here. So I equal to j condition, it is a false statement, so I am a robot will be not executed in this statement. Now coming to the I less than j, the I less than j will be compared here, the condition, and it is not true. So I am not an animal, I am an animal is not executed, it's an animal. So coming to next condition, I equal to 5 and I is 4.2. These j value is greater than, sorry, j value is less than the I value. So this statement is compared and I am not a robot will be executed here. So does every condition in this statement is accepts for only the if loop, when the else part will be executed here? That's the question I am giving to you, and I am also telling this answer for you. If the answer is like, if I have given a value called as object dot next int and object dot next double value here, I am taking it as object dot next value, that is a j value will be a string value. String value means here j should be a string like if else ladder, right? If else ladder, this is a string value, if else ladder. I am giving a value name called as a string value here, if else ladder. Next we are going to the first ladder, right? So I am giving a string here value, then it will execute all the statements I is equal to j, or I less than or equal to j, or I greater than or equal to j. Every statement will be a false statement here, and every statement will be false. Every statement will be false. The else statement will be executed automatically. So the data type must be a mandatory thing here. We should consider every data type should be equal to the I and j value to execute the statements inside the loop. Otherwise everything will be executed in the else part only. Else part, which statement is there, it will be executed like I am a human. This is the programming for the else if ladder. Next, coming to the nested if else. Nested if means there is a if condition. In that if condition there will be a loop, and in that there will be a several if conditions will be executed inside the loop or inside the if loop. If the condition is true, every if condition in the loop will be executed. Otherwise the else part will be executed for every statement. Here if I equal to 10 is the condition is given here. If I equal to 10 it is true, then it will enter into the loop here. This if j greater than 20, k greater than 100, sorry, j less than 20 there, and the else part will be executed, and it terminates the loop here. Otherwise it will go directly to the else part and executes a equal to d value. This is the working process of the nested if statement. This nested if statement, if I is equal to true, then it will go inside to the loop and compares the j value is less than or equal to 20 or not. Otherwise if it is not less than 20, it is above greater than 20, then a equal to b statement will not be executed, and it will go to the next statement. If k greater than 100, like k value should be greater than or equal to greater than 100. If it is true, then c equal to d will be executed, and otherwise if everything is false in this else if statements, else part a equal to c will be executed here, and it terminates the loop here. If everything is if I is not equal to 10, first suppose I am giving a value called as I equal to 4.5. This is the value I am giving here, and it is a false statement here. So directly it comes to the else part and executes the else part, that is equal to a equal to d. This refers the nested if else statement, nested if statement. Now coming to the switch state statement. Switch case statement. Switch case statement consists of an expression here. This is the expression value here. This is the expression should be everything will be important through this expression only. Every case will be executed through this expression. This expression value should be equal to the given choice value. Like suppose we are giving some choice called as select case 1 or select case 2 value and execute the case 2 value statements inside the case 2 value statements. So this expression value will be used to execute the statement sequence. Coming to the, let's give an example. Like I'm giving a expression called as choice equal to obj dot next int. Here coming to the switch statement, the data type here int data type, this should be very important. If we do not consider a data type, it will not execute the case values here. The case value should be given in a data type like integer or character or a short value. So data type must be mandatory in this switch case statement. The expression name is here, I'm giving it as a choice expression. So I will copy this choice expression and I'm giving it as a choice expression here. Switch choice. As I give the integer variable here, like I am giving a integer variable like choice. In the output I am giving it as a choice equal to 2. So here choice value becomes switch of 2. Then it will execute the case value 2 here. This case value 2 will be executed and the inner statements of the inner statement of the case value will be executed here. So these are some examples for the switch statement, and for this switch statement there will be a break value. Every case value ends with a break statement. This break statement is mandatory for every case value in the switch statement. Otherwise, if the break statement is not considered, it may go to the next case value and execute the next case statements. So break value should be compulsory for every switch case statement. Now coming to the next, the case value is a break is mandatory here, and there should be a mandatory thing, one more mandatory thing, that every switch case statement should consist default value. Default statement here, this is the default statement. If every case value is not authenticated or not valid or not executed, if any case value is missing, like I am given an integer type variable and I have entered a character type input there, so if the given value should be integer choice and I am entered a value called as a value, like a character value a b c d, like this. So for this the input should be there, the input will not be a valid input, so it will execute this default statement here. It will execute the default statement here, and the default statement should be your input is not correct, give a valid input there. That should be a default statement there. For suppose this coming to the conditions of the switch statement, these are some conditions of the switch statement. Expression must be a type of byte, short or int or character. I have said you already, the expression type should be in a short, int or character variable, and the value must be of type expression. Expression should be a value type, like it should be a integer value or a character value, like it should be a specific value. Value must be literal. Literal means we should specify the value with a particular integer or a character value we should give only the input like integer or a character value, otherwise the default statement will be executed. This is the problem in the switch statement. Break statement is optional. Break statement will be optional for every test case of the switch case statement. If none of the cases values tallies to the given condition, then default value will be processed. If I have given a choice called as a integer variable and I have given an input like character variable, it does not tallies the other case values, so it will automatically executes the default statement given in the switch condition. This is the conditions of the switch